Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch Has a Glitch is a Disney direct-to-video animated film produced by the Disneytoon Studio. It is the second sequel to the 2002 movie Lilo and Stitch. I just realized, y'all, that I'm in a green outfit, but it was very tropical themed, and so I needed to stick to the theming, you know. We're just gonna have to suffer in this. So this is like chronically the second film in the Lilo and Stitch franchise. There's a shit ton of these Lilo and Stitch fucking sequel movies. You know, we got Stitch the movie, which came out after Lilo and Stitch, and then we got this movie, which takes place before Stitch the movie, and then we got Leroy and Stitch, which takes place after this second movie. So I think there's another movie. So just know there's gonna be a lot of plot holes. So originally this movie was gonna be released in theaters, similar to what happened to The Return to Neverland, which I reviewed a few weeks ago. It was released to DVD and VHS instead, August 30th, 2005, due to like the poor reception of the Jungle Book 2 movie, which I also reviewed a few weeks ago, because I didn't do so good in the theaters. Welcome to my 19th, oh holy shit, this has been going on for too long, a Disney direct-to-DVD VHS sequel movie reviews DVD. All the original voice actors return, except for fucking Lilo, which is wild. According to like the Disney Animation Studios, she was busy working on the Lilo and Stitch the series TV show. That's another thing. Yeah, there's a whole TV series too for this shit. She was too busy working on that to be able to do the movie related to the TV show. That doesn't make any sense to me. She was replaced though by Dakota Fanning, which apparently is like the voice actor's like best friend. Are they still friends today? I guess it's also notable that this was the shortest feature-length film, animated film of all time, but not anymore. The shorter, the better, I say. Other than that, we'll talk much more at the end. We'll explain all the continuity, weird plot holes at the end. Let us begin. All right, open shot. The Disney castle never fails, but in space, with space sounds, it glitches. I'm curious who that animator was that did that glitch. Now we're just in the sky, just flying. Walt Disney Pictures presents Lilo and Stitch 2. It doesn't show the subsequent title, but so if you were going into this blind, you wouldn't know who had the glitch. And then we get a crazy Stitch. He has just found Hawaii and wants to land there. I have so many questions already. Apparently no one knows who he is. Is this a dream? I also paused it on this shot because they kept the same art style as the first movie, right? But this one looks a little bit more washed out. I don't know if this was like an artistic decision or if someone spilled their coffee on the cells. We'll never know. And this motherfucking Stitch just starts shooting up the place. Casualties everywhere. I really hope this is a dream. The ice cream guy drops his ice cream again. And then he flies over to Lilo's crib.
Dick, why are you doing this?
And then kamikazes it. What is happening? Is this a dream? Yeah, I fooled you guys. It was a dream. I'm so evil. Poor Stitch had another nightmare. He cuddles up with his little turtle. It's adorable. Then Stitch starts doing his little therapy session with Lilo, reenacting his dream, which I wanted to point out that Stitch talks in English here, but I'm pretty sure like in the Lilo and Stitch TV show, he only speaks in his alien language, and those TV shows took place after this. So technically, I don't know how he forgot to speak. So she comes to the conclusion
that you're afraid of turning bad again. I think we need to test your goodness level.
So she starts throwing stuff out around the place and catches them, and he's good. No glitching here. Then she runs off and he starts glitching. They run downstairs. Is the layout of the house different too? I noticed Pleakley is wearing Tigger shoes.
I love the character so much, basically because it's me, and it's the only character I can do.
They take the hovercraft to hula class. That was a weird rhyme. Just don't let anyone see you. The Hawaiian roller coaster ride starts playing, which is like an A-tier song. I listen to it on my free time sometimes. They bust in as usual. Stitch starts taking pictures.
Doing that today.
So the May Day celebration is coming up, and Lilo doesn't have friends. So the teacher shows her that her mom won the celebration when she was her age. Now the kids are interested. And then after class, Ginger Myrtle, she just kind of starts insulting Lilo. And then Stitch takes pictures of them as they start fighting. A very good pet.
Oh, yeah.
Next time, flush the evidence.
Also, Pleakley is wearing like a Donald Duck shirt. He must be a really big fan of Disney.
You gotta go see because I like it and I'm the king of the world.
So while the hula teacher is kind of there, Jumba and Pleakley dress up as like the auntie and uncle.
Where is she?
What are you doing?
Don't worry, the cavalry has arrived.
To kind of like distract him. I don't really know what's happening here. David comes in. What a scene. Eventually, everyone leaves and she hopes she can be a good hula dancer.
All of a sudden, winning a hula contest is the most important thing in Lilo's life.
Next scene. So she reminisces about her mom and Stitch gives her the confidence to win this. So they start dressing up in costumes after that.
I wonder if Elvis had these problems.
So Nani comes in their room.
You are gonna come downstairs, Emily. Fun, 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 fun.
And
Is everyone having fun? Oh, yeah. Fun, 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 fun.
so during the film, Pleakley starts giving David the talk.
I know what your problem is. Your relationship has fizzled. Tired or tired of you?
When they're watching their... What movie is this? Is this them? So during the movie, Stitch, oh my god, he starts glitching. He destroys the place. Jumba looks at him and he's like...
Oh, no.
So he ends up going to his computer to figure out what's wrong with the dog. He comes to this conclusion that I'm talking about how Stitch, when he was made by him, he wasn't fully charged. And then like the space fucking cops come in and they arrest him for illegal genetic experimentation. And they unplug Stitch from his charging port. So this is like why he's glitching now. Also, may I add that at the rate that this bar is going down, he's got like 30 seconds left before he's fully shut down. So I'm gonna need an explanation for that film. Next scene, Lilo comes to comfort Stitch, tells him an Elvis story to make him feel better. Technically, he should be shut down by now. I don't know. Elvis is the answer. So now we're dressed for the military, and our King Elvis has visited these places on the island. And so now they have to visit those places on the island to get the inspiration for their hula dance to do. Makes sense to me. Rubbernecking by Elvis starts playing as they go around the island. He gets an Elvis haircut, he starts glitching. He ends up shaving the barber's mustache. He destroys the cop's coffee. Then they go to the
Exact bench where Elvis sat in blue Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
So they have been to all the places, I guess, and still nothing. It starts raining and they lose the map in the rain, gets run over. They run into these guys singing, and listening to them sing, they find the inspiration through that song, which isn't an Elvis song.
It's about the Hawaiian goddess Hi'iaka.
Hey, that's right, Lilo.
You know what? They got their inspiration. So thank you, Elvis. So back with Pleakley and Jumba, Stitch's health bar is going down again, but it's higher up than it was before originally. So some more explanation there, please. Pleakley goes into the house to get some stuff to help with the machine, but sneakily, Nani comes in.
Oh, no, it's you. I mean, hi, Nani. Having a good day?
What are you doing with the toaster?
Oh, this?
Also, I just want to point out in the thing, the toaster has a cord when it's plugged in the counter, but he does it when he's holding it. What are you guys doing here? She eventually has to run to work and bumps into David again.
Hi, David. Gotta run. If you're hungry, we've got toast.
This poor guy. Pleakley gives him the talk again.
David.
He's gonna have to help him out. So he dresses as a woman to make Nani jealous, but he's indeed an alien and she sees right through it and comes to them.
Okay. Hey, David, I'm off at 5. Wanna go get some dinner?
Pleakley's advice to David is to make Nani jealous. And of course, the most attractive woman around is Pleakley, which makes Nani the opposite of jealous, which is not very jealous.
So back with Stitch and Lilo, they're practicing for like the hula competition. Then it's the day of the competition.
Myrtle laughs at me, and I get mad and pound her. The movie is like so sad, and then like so funny.
So let's hope that Stitch doesn't glitch. So she starts her presentation and Stitch starts glitching. Lilo apparently can't tell that he's glitching even though his eyes are green. Then he starts destroying the place, and then this scene happens.
Lilo!
I also want to know the animator that did that, and I want to ask him if he was okay that day. He stops glitching now, and they're banned from the hula whatever. His goodness levels, they're really just still dropping, and he decides, you know what, he has to start doing good deeds around town, like walking old ladies, you know, across the street, giving the barber some hair from the ground, lotioning up the locals on the beach, all while I Need Your Love Tonight plays by Elvis in the background. I like that. The next scene, Stitch and her start fighting. David knocks on the door.
Oh, David, I'm glad you're here. David?
Plickly is clearly behind this. She closes the door after that, probably for the best. She breaks them apart, makes them go to their rooms. They eventually, you know, talk it out in the room, and he says he's like good again, shows her the paper and all. She decides to give him just one more chance. I wonder if he's gonna glitch again. He puts a mask on after she leaves. The ultimate glitch. He destroys the stuff.
I know what's wrong with you. You're bad. And you'll always be bad.
Poor guy. Back with the aliens, the machine explodes. He can't build a new one.
I can't build a new fusion chamber. I didn't build first one. I ordered it from catalog.
Plickly is like, convinces him that he can recreate it because he made Stitch, and I guess that's the motivation he needs, so to try again. Lilo and Nani make up the next scene while looking up at the stars. Beautiful view. Stitch contemplates life a bit the next morning. A little less conversation by Elvis starts playing. Good song, I guess. And it's competition day, and we're getting ready, and then the confidence is wild here. Elvis is really carrying this movie. I need to put an Elvis vinyl at this point. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I mean, we've lost the lava lamp, but you know what? It wasn't even hot enough to start working anyway. So, because I forgot to turn it on a few hours ago. So, you know what? We got a pretty face to look at. So Ginger Myrtle is first up, and it's a whatever performance that she does. Then Lilo is next up, and Stitch comes to say sorry, and he fucking glitches again, and he scratches her. So he runs away because he's like, can't control himself. The teacher brings her to the stage, and she no longer has the scratch on her. I want to know the other animator that didn't watch that scene previous to this, before he started animating this. So do you think he realized after he finished and he was like, fuck, maybe they won't notice there's no scar? That's some shit I would do. So halfway through her performance, she stops.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Then she goes to look for Stitch with her whole family. He just hijacks the ship, you know, hiding in the bushes, and he flies away. So they chase him in a car. Let's hope they catch up. Meanwhile, with Stitch.
Thanks for using the Uninhabited Planet Index, your guide to the galaxy's most isolated and lonely location.
The future sounds like it's going to be awesome. So he starts glitching in the ship and crashes. Lilo takes the hover car, hiding in the front of her car. Hover car flies over to Stitch. He's dying.
No, Lilo. Too dangerous.
So she carries him to the machine thing, and I'm so pissed at what happens next, because all these motherfuckers, all of them, climb this entire fucking mountain just by walking it. Like, how? Lilo had to use a ship to fly up there, and y'all catch up 3 minutes later. I want to know the writer who wrote that. So Stitch dies, and it's actually a really emotional scene here. Jamba shuts the machine down, carries him out. A little tear was shed when she was like kind of holding him in her arms. She's giving him the flower and the old Ohana talk. He's really dead. See, look. Oh my God. How? It must be the same writer from before. So he's back to full health bars again. Even Beakley is like,
How is it possible?
It's not.
I think the writers just kind of gave up at this point.
Because they want the old lovable Stitch, but he's getting worse and less energetic and bad, and it looks sad, but don't worry, there may be a happy ending, but I'm not going to tell you, you got to see the movie.
All is well as we pan up from them. The next scene, Lilo puts on a hula show with the fam to kind of end things off, similar to kind of the first movie. They put the show on, though, for no one. It's an empty audience at night. So I guess I was the one watching. It was okay. We pan up to the stars, fade to black, and that's Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch Has a Glitch. A rock version of Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride plays by the band Jump 5. Y'all remember them? I don't. During the credits, though, I did run into this in-between animation part in the credits, and now I'm gonna blame these guys for all the issues I had in this movie. I'm sorry, Michael Ward. I don't know what an in-between animator is. That just seems like they just pick up the leftovers, so it's their fault, I assume. This movie was adorable as fuck, I won't lie. Unnecessary? Yes. You know, the film received mixed reviews, to no one's surprise. There's a short on the DVD. It's called The Origin of Stitch. It's like an animated short film, like 4 minutes long. It serves as like a bridge between Stitch Has a Glitch and Stitch the movie, as well as the Lilo and Stitch the series. Not too greatly animated. They must have been bored or something. Yeah, so in it, Stitch discovers Jamba's secret computer, and it reveals what creatures Jamba had used to create Stitch or something. Stitch is scared to find out what a monster he is. So only for Jamba to come and explain how he found love when he met Lilo. I don't know what they were thinking.
Not 626. Mega Stitch.
So Disney's Lilo and Stitch Island Favorites is the soundtrack for the movie. The soundtrack is partly an updated repackaging of another album also titled Disney Lilo and Stitch Island Favorites, released in 2002. It reuses some of the same songs that appeared on that album. The DVD also has a music video for the Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride by Jump 5, in case you didn't really know who they were. Still don't. Shout out to those guys though, wonder where they're at now. It's also got 2 games on a DVD, Jamba's Experiment Profiler and Where's Peakley. They're very similar to Where's Waldo kind of ripoffs. Guys, I could go into detail about, you know, saying how you need to watch Leroy and Stitch, Stitch the movie, the TV show, my ass, all that. But this fucking, listen guys, this is 600, this is like fucking Pokemon with these goddamn things, all right? I don't need to go through all this shit. This Lilo and Stitch lore is so fucking deep. It hurts my brain. Maybe a year, whoever knows if I ever go back to this fucking series. We know we got a live action soon. Other than that, I really can't anymore, so thank you for joining me. Join me next time where we cover the next Disney direct-to-DVD VHS sequel movie DVD review, Kronk's New Groove. Oh, fucking hell yeah.